SLNG up 114%. But with all of these Russian sanctions, is Stabilis Solutions about to be the next big thing? Time to find out, time to get focused.
Time to get focused with Focus on Investing.
Welcome to Focus on Investing, where we keep you up to date with all of the latest, hottest trending stocks. We let you know all about them, who they are and what they're doing. And, you can make the decision whether or not you want to put them in your portfolio. So if you'd like to keep up to date with all the latest stocks and not miss out on what's trending, then hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's stock. So today's stock is SLNG, also known as Stabilis Solutions. This is their website. All of the links that we cover today will be in the description. So let's find out who exactly are SLNG. Well, SLNG are Singapore LNG, so the S stands for Singapore. They say propelling the growth of the LNG ecosystem, and LNG stands for liquid natural gas, securing a sustainable energy future. Welcome and thank you for taking the time to visit our website. Singapore LNG Corporation is a driver and catalyst for the growth of LNG related businesses here in Singapore and is helping to establish the nation as an LNG hub for the region. As the owner, developer and operator of Singapore's and Asia's first open access multi-user LNG terminal, we play a vital role in strengthening Singapore's energy security. We are looking beyond our mandate to explore new possibilities in the energy transition to help create a better environment, to create a better and even more secure energy for Singapore. All right, that's from the Chief Executive Officer. Their vision, our vision, as we embark on our next phase of growth and development, we have recast our vision accordingly as we strive towards catalyzing new possibilities in the energy transition. It says their values, forward-looking, seeing what's possible, focusing on opportunities and solutions rather than obstacles, collaborative, teamwork and partnership for win-win outcomes, courageous, resolve and conviction about our strategy for the future, committed to doing the right thing now, engaging, connecting and reaching out to share ideas and solutions, enterprising, willingness to try new things and to go the extra mile to get things done, and energizing, bringing openness, ideas and passion to relationships so that others are motivated to do more. And it's got some of their accomplishments here. Let's go back to the beginning. Schedule on for purpose tariffs for the period of from 1st of October 2022 to 31st of March. Clarification on recent report. SLNG terminal crosses 100th gas up cool down milestone. Okay. Press releases. SLNG publishes first voluntary sustainability report. SLNG and Keppel to collaborate on NGL extract project to further strengthen Singapore's position as an LNG and chemicals hub. Local organizations collaborate to develop proof of value for first of its kind green modular data system. Interesting, they use the term proof of value. That's a crypto term, so I wonder if they're getting into the crypto side of things. Our business operations, reimagining energy security to meet and exceed our primary mandate, our services catalyzing the energy transition, looking forward, energizing new possibilities in a vibrant LNG system. Okay, I like to, let me see what we've got here. Look at their board just to kind of get a rough idea of who's running the ship. So you've got Mr. Tang Kin Fei. Mr. Tang is chairman of Singapore LNG Corporation, PTE Limited, and SIA Engineering Company Limited. Prior to this, he was a group president and CEO of Sembcorp Industries, where he devoted close to 30 years of his career and has been credited with spearheading its growth into a focused energy, water, and marine group. Okay. So we've got Mr. Thomas Choa. Mr. Cho is a senior advisor with Economic Development Innovations Singapore and lecturer on LNG trading at the Singapore Management University. Prior to his retirement in 2016, he had a long international career with Shell Group spanning 34 years during this time. Okay, and lastly, we'll look at Mr. Ajib Haridas. Mr. Haridas has been in legal practice in Singapore for over 44 years and is currently consultant with Haridas Ho and Partners. He specializes in all shipping and admiralty matters and has conducted several major arbitration cases in Singapore over the years as arbitrator. Okay, it seems like quite a few accomplished people they've got here. And lastly, newsroom. The newsroom is good just to know what the latest thing they're up to. Oh, we looked at a lot of these already, the announcements. MOU development for LNG truck loading facility, Trafigura and SLG signed storage agreement to utilize expert. All right, so let's move on to OTC and look at some of their, I guess we call their, would be tokenomics, but their fundamental, well, yeah, some of their fundamentals in terms of numbers. All right. Let me know, guys, what do you think about, this company SLNG? With all of these sanctions on Russia, do you think that the whole sanctions with Russia stopping, gas to the West is a temporary thing, or do you think it's going to be a long-term thing? And, if it is or isn't a long-term thing, do you think companies like this that do, like liquid natural gas and things like that, do you think that this is a massive opportunity and it's a good time to get involved in these type of companies? Let me know in the comments what you think about, how the whole energy industry is going to be moving forward. All right, this is OTC markets, and we're looking at SLNG Stabilis Solutions Inc. We're not going to go through the whole thing again. If you want to, you can check the links in the description. But really, we're going to read like some of the numbers. So we've got this SLNG security details, share structure. Their market cap is 9,044,890. Their authorized shares are 37,500,000. And their outstanding shares are 18,279,939. Held at DTC is 1,770,370. Their float is 3,865,287. Their transfer agent is Computershare US, and their beneficial stakeholders. Short selling data, short interest 1,152, which is 123.69%. And significant failures to deliver. So the answer is no. All right. So why have SLNG, excuse me, why has the price risen, pumped up so high today? Let's go and find out. If you guys would like to support the channel, then you can hit our Cash App, which is British Pound sign Focus on Investing. It's on the screen and it will be in the description. So here we have an article from Investor Place. Again, link will be in the description. Stabilis Solutions SLNG stock doubles as LNG exports are greenlit. The approval features massive geopolitical implications. Stabilis Solutions SLNG shares doubled this morning as it received an LNG export authorization. The news comes amid Russia cutting off natural gas to Europe and recent military mobilization. SLNG stock jumped on a possible long-term paradigm shift. Energy production, storage, and transportation firm Stabilis Solutions SLNG doubled during Wednesday's trading following an announcement that it received authorization to export liquefied natural gas. The massive catalyst for SLNG stock comes amid Russia cutting off natural gas outflows to Europe. As well, Russia announced a partial mobilization initiative on Wednesday. Earlier today, Stabilis Solutions disclosed that the US Department of Energy, DOE, granted authorization to the company to ship LNG to all free and non-free trade countries, including Asian, European, and Latin American importing nations. Further, the DOE ordered Stabilis received authority to export on its own behalf or as agent for others, up to the equivalent of 51.75 billion cubic feet per year of domestically produced LNG. The authorization is for a term of 28 years. The length of the term is significant because of major geopolitical implications, as the US and Western allies have supported Ukraine with military hardware. Russia cut natural gas supplies to Europe. Unsurprisingly, the move left the region struggling for alternative inflows. Moreover, President Vladimir Putin announced a partial military mobilization involving 300,000 troops. This has strengthened investors' fears that Russia could further constrain energy supply to European countries. So again, now that you know this, the reason why the price is boosted is because they've received authorization from the Department of Energy to ship to, how do they put it? I mean, all free trade and non-free trade countries, including Asian, European, and Latin American importing nations. Now, having heard that, does that change? You know, if you commented before on your beliefs about whether or not this company is going to do big things in the future, reading this or hearing this, has that changed your outlook on the company? If it has, does it change it for the positive or for the negative? Please let me know. All right, enough of that. Enough of the fundamental analysis. Let's go to the technical analysis and look at the chart of SLNG on Trading View. This is our 4 screens template with our custom coded indicators for SLNG. If you would like to get hands on our templates or our custom indicators that help you to analyze stocks for yourself, we also have a investment course that will help you to analyze stocks, and we give stock lists of all of the best trading stocks, cryptocurrencies, forex, and commodities that's going on the market that we can't share here on YouTube. If you would like to get access to all of those things, then go to focusoninvesting.io. All right, this is SLNG Stabilis Solutions Inc. We're going to start with the monthly time frame. Let's reset our chart. We can see that their all-time high is quite high actually. The all-time high is around the $929.85. We can see that we had a massive, spike up in price since it got issued at $98, and then we saw this massive spike all the way up to $900. So what's that, like 10 times, a 10 times increase? Stayed up there for a little while, and then we saw price dump quite rapidly. And since that time, price has been quite low. We have had a few spikes here and here. But if we look closer into more recent times, we can see that since this peak of, January 2014, price has really been on a slow, steady downward spiral down and decline. We've seen this again, another peak up here in price, and then price again. If we zoom in a bit closer, we see price on the downward decline again. Until today, we've seen this massive spike up, on which we're going to look into more detail on other time frames. This is the weekly time frame. Let me just reset the chart. If we zoom in on a weekly time frame, we can see that our trend filter is green. Our trend filter is a custom indicator by Focus on Investing and indicates whether or not the trend is bearish or bullish. If it's red, it will be bearish, and if it's green, it's bullish. So currently the trend on the weekly time frame is bullish. We can see that price is trading above the 50 simple moving average and above the 200 simple moving average. We can also see that price is broken above, our most recent high, and it's currently around the level of our highs of the 15th of July 2019, the week of the 15th of July 2019. As it's kind of gone above our most recent peak, it's gone above all of our key pivot support and resistance levels. And we can see that it's found a sort of a peak up there, but prices more in recent time dropped lower below our peak. And we can see that we've got quite a strong level of support and resistance around this area here. We see we've got a pivot level that goes back to the week of the 20th of September 2021. But just below it, we see this kind of consolidated group of bars that would also act as a strong level of support. And if we look further beyond, it kind of coincides with the top of these wicks of the candlesticks here, and a bit more of the candlesticks here. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. Again, let's reset our chart. Let's bring on our other indicator. We'll look at our current chart. We can see that current price is, make sure I'm looking at the right one. Yeah. The current price is $8.84 currently, and price is currently up 73.67% for the day. On its previous day, it was down 3.22%. For the week, it's up 64.62%. And for the month, it's up 85.21%. And really, it's mostly this today's bar that's created all of these highs for the week and the month as well. If we look off of our peak, we can see that we're down 28.246% of our high. Our high was at $12.32. And again, currently we're at $8.84. Again, if we look at our trend filter, we see our trend filter is just, I think it's just turned green. Yeah, our trend filter is just turned green, which means we've got correlation between the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. Correlation is a good sign, so it shows that both trends on both the weekly time frame and the daily time frame are moving equally. You can also see that price is currently trading above the 20 simple moving average, the 50 simple moving average, and the 200 simple moving average. Again, if we measure the full length of the movement that we had today, take it roughly from about here to about here, we can see that it was a total of 114% roughly as well. The market is closed, so that is a final price for today as well. So where can we expect price to really go? Let's zoom out a bit. And we can see that currently, if we look at price is kind of settled around this area. And again, this is not really a super strong area. I guess it kind of coincides with these levels over here. But again, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a strong level. I would say that more around here is more of a stronger level. This area around $7. Again, we see kind of a more stronger, more recent area of resistance here. And again, if we're going to aim up higher, we can aim for the highs of here. So currently price is somewhere in a bit of no man's land. So I think that price doesn't really have a strong, solid direction currently at the moment. It's just kind of just hovering in this sort of space here. Again, but if the future is as bright and promising as it appears to be for for this stock, then I think we can see prices definitely going to head back towards this all-time high, or not just all-time high, this most recent high. And then if we look out at where our next sort of high levels are beyond that, see, it's kind of, we've got that, it's very erratic, this stock as well. If you look at this stock in terms of like the bars, it's quite erratic with the spikes. You'd have like a smooth movement and it spikes up, back down, and lots of different spikes. So, whenever a chart is erratic like this, it's kind of hard to, really say an established sort of price level, I mean, again, I've seen that I've drawn this top line here. That's the top of this. It also coincides with some of the top of the spikes here, and also along an area of resistance for these bars here as well, and here. So this is quite a good level to be looking at. Beyond that, we could be possibly looking for here. We can see quite a strong level of resistance, so maybe somewhere around here. We're still quite a ways from our all-time high. So we've got a lot of traveling distance to go. So if this does go up, it's a very good, a lot of space to the upside. But again, because it's so erratic, we see so many different levels of pivot, support, and resistance, with the green levels and the red levels. And all of these acts as a potential level of resistance for price and an obstacle for price reaching higher goals, right? But currently, we're looking at target in price. Let me remove this. Price target in between this sort of range, possibly dark. We're trying to aim for the $10.52, maybe the $10 area. But what's interesting is, I always speak about the top and the bottom of a channel being an area of support and resistance, but also the middle. And when we kind of analyze from our chart where the top and the bottom is, we notice, if you notice where the middle is exactly where price is stopped for the day. So quite significant. This range seems to be something quite significant and these levels. So again, this is a $10.52 as an area of resistance, $7.01 as an area of support, and in the middle is around $8.80. So remember, we do have the round number of $10 here, so this would be quite significant. So this might act as a strong level of resistance to stop price getting to this area of resistance. So in order for price to break out of this channel, it will need quite a bit of strong momentum to break through not only the $10 area, but also the $10.52 area. Again, guys, if you like to know about all of the latest stocks, then we've got this video here on the right that delves deep into a particular stock. And then this video here on the left, which covers all the hot trading stocks, commodities, Forex, and crypto in the market. I always forget the order. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Peace.